Today we're going to learn how to add tables in Microsoft Word. Go up to the top menu under Insert and then simply choose Table. Now I'm not going to click anything, I'm just going to mouse over, and you can see just by doing this it's going to try to generate a table over on the page. So let's just do an example. Let's say we're trying to make a chore chart for ourselves or our kids. How about kids' nighttime routine? So let's say you have 4 kids, so the column is going to be 4 wide. You're going to have about, let's say 7 different things they need to do. When it's where you want, just left click. So let's type in the names of some kids. Let's just make up some things. Let's do Lydia, Adam, Isaac, and let's just make another girl, have it Kate. That would work. And then we need a column for chores. So we're actually 1 column short. So we can actually select a column, right click, and they're already going to give you a lot of shortcuts, a lot of different things that you can do. There's merge cells, there's distribute options, even way up here you've got insert options and delete. Another place you can go is this insert, where they're going to have similar options. Since these are columns, we're going to go to Insert Column. We can make it going to the left or the right. If we go to the right, it's going to be not what we want. Watch, if I go right, it's going to make a blank area to the right of where we selected. That's not what we want. Hit Control Z. In this case, we want it to go left because we're not creating an extra child. We're going to actually need a column for our list. So just go to Insert and go to Insert Columns to the left. And now you have another one to the left. And here I can start typing in the chores. Okay, so I've typed all those chores and we've got the names of the kids. You could print this out and the kids could put a check mark when they did those items. So you can actually make this a little fancier. You can go to the top row here, select this. Maybe we want to change the color. The current color selected is blue here. I can left click that and make it all blue. If I didn't like that, I can choose any of these colors. But now it's a little hard to read our text. So let's try again. Let's select it. And also, while we're doing it, let's change the font color. And click font color, and we're going to choose white. And let's do bold so we can see that. And again, if we forgot a child, we can select a section and say we want one in between Adam and Isaac. Well, that would be one to the right then. So right click and go to Insert, Insert Column to the right. And then we can add another child's name up here. But what if we also wanted to add more chores and we want it to be in between floss teeth and layout clothes? Let's just select here, select that column, right click and go to Insert. And now we want to insert a row. We're going to go a row below that floss teeth one. This would be a great time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's quick, easy, and it's free. And now we have a blank row that we can add whatever we want. Another important item we can do is deleting it. Sometimes you don't want the table there, so you want to remove it. If I click this, left click, it's all selected. Watch what happens if I hit the delete key. It doesn't actually remove the table, it removed all the text. But what if we're trying to remove the entire table? How are we going to do that? There's a couple ways you can do it. After you left click, just go up here to delete. And you have the options of delete cells, delete columns, delete rows, or just delete the entire table. So left click that, and the table is gone. Now I'm going to hit Control Z to bring it back. Control Z is undo, because I didn't really mean to delete that. Another simple way of removing a table is simply by left clicking on it and hitting Control X, which is cut. And that's just a nice quick way. Of course, next time you hit paste, it's going to try to paste the table. But if you never paste it, then the table is gone. I just showed you the easiest way to make a table. Here's some other options. You can go to here to Insert again, choose Table. And you also have this option that says Insert Table. Just left click on that. And you can define how many columns you want. In this case, let's say 10 columns, number of rows, let's say 5. And then you hit OK. Except don't get caught up in this like it's really that big a deal that you're specifying the number of columns, because once you create the table, I've already shown, you can add more columns or more rows. Hit OK. And let's say I wanted to double this. I can select all of these, right click, once again go to Insert, and go to Insert Below, And since I have 5 rows selected, it's going to insert 5 additional rows. Insert below, and there it is. Maybe I wanted to double this again. I'm selecting all of them, right-clicking. We can still do it this way too. Insert, insert below. And now we've doubled that again. We can remove them the same way. I can just go like that, right-click. Let's delete, and let's delete the rows that I have selected. And now those are gone. I made this table. Let's actually click on all these, and the background, I want to make it kind of a light green to go with the green. There we go. So we have a nice looking table, but we want this sorted. So we can select this, the whole thing, and go here to Home. There's a section called Paragraph. In Paragraph, there is a button called Sort. So left click that. So it knows that the top 2 cells are going to be the headers. So the headers are name and amount, and it figured that out. So sort by amount or name. So if we wanted alphabetical, we hit name and then hit OK. Now you have Autry at the top and Smith at the bottom. If we try that again by going to Home, clicking the Sort button in the Paragraph section, what if we had chosen descending? It'll do just the opposite. Hit OK, and now Autry's at the bottom, Smith is at the top. But what if we didn't care about the names? We really cared about how much they owe us or the dollar amount. Go up here to Home, find Paragraph, and then the sorting button, left click on that. And then let's choose Sort by Amount. And then hit OK on that. Actually, let's change that to ascending again and hit OK. And now it's starting with the smallest number and ending with the largest number. That's a quick way to sort your tables. Now under Insert, we're going to choose Table and then Draw Table. Now I can just mouse over and start drawing anywhere I want to. I can left click, let go, and it's starting the table for us. I want how many rows do I want? I can just start drawing the rows myself by left clicking. How many columns do I want? We can just left click at the top, bring it down, and it'll try to guess of what you're trying to do, and it'll draw that table. But notice in this mode, it also gives you these quick menu items up here in the ribbon. So there's an eraser tool. I can left click on that. Maybe I didn't want this line, so I left click, and now that's been merged together. And I can do that all over the place. It's still giving me the option to delete. I can delete cells, columns, rows just like before, and we still have the same insert above, below, left, right options. I'm in the eraser mode right now, so I'm going to click the select mode right here, left click, select cell. I'm going to select these 2. Then I'm going to choose merge cells, and now you can see it's now one large cell. Or I can split a cell by selecting it, going to split. And then I can specify what kind of split I want. This one is 2 columns with, let's say 2, hit OK, and that's how that's been split. Okay, real quick, I have an example here so I can show you how these buttons right here work. So I'm going to select this particular cell, and I can mouse over this, and it says align bottom left. You can tell from the icons what they do. This is going left. So you have all these different options. You can go right, center, right, bottom. So really this pattern is showing you the grid. So right in the center would be the center button. The top would be the top of this. In the center would be the top in the center. And if you want to change the direction of your text, maybe you want to write up and down, just left click on text direction, and now you can write going up and down. Left click again, and you're going the other direction. This button here will allow you to change the cell margins, and this looks familiar. This is your sorting button. Going back to that table, let's left click again. We're in Insert Table. If you want to use like an Excel spreadsheet. So here we have quick tables. If you want a calendar, you can start with just by clicking on this. It'll give you that calendar. If you want a tabular list, you can start with this and then just change the colors as you go. So there's a lot of different ways to start. Let's just click on tabular list and just say, you know what, I want a different color here. And then I can change whatever I want. For instance, there's no grid in here. Sometimes you want a grid, sometimes you don't. Let's say we wanted our grid. So I'm going to select all this. It's going to bring up this short menu. And this option here, this is your borders. You can just say all borders or just the inside borders, however you want it to look. But this is your border option. So I'm just going to hit all borders, and now we have that grid or borders in our table. So that was a really quick look of how to add tables in Microsoft Word. If you understand everything that we went through, then you'll be fine at doing tables from now on. And then you're ready to move on to the next video where we're going to learn something new. This would be a great time to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's quick, easy, and it's free.